Chatz with Nina
and Pam
of Bari-Bestiez.
Whether you're pre-op, post-op, or somewhere in between,
we are here to support you with honest conversations, expert insights, and a whole lot of love.
From mindset to meal prep, stalls to success stories, no topic is off the table.
Pull up a seat at the Besties table. Let's reclaim our health, rewrite our stories, and rise together.
This is your journey, and we are in it every step of the way.
While we are not medical professionals, we offer valuable insights drawn from our personal experience and professional education to support our besties.
Remember, we are stronger together.
Hey guys, so Pam and I have a new place to do our podcasting. This is our new Bari-Bestiez setup.
I love it.
Absolutely. It's so us. Absolutely. So today
it's so Gen X.
It definitely is Gen X.
Flat out Gen X.
When you've got shears, it's definitely Gen X.
Wingback chairs.
Absolutely. So today we wanted to talk about finding movement in every day, but not having to go to the gym.
What does that look like for you?
For me, well, I work from home, so going to a gym is a 30-minute ride.
And great if you could just walk it.
Right? And I wouldn't need the gym. But also, today we literally moved our Bari-Bestiez into the guest bedroom I used to have, and I think this is definitely going to work out better.
It's a lot. It was
a lot of
big movement.
Because this used to be my craft room. I love doing crafts, but I also find that I don't have time to do them anymore. So, we sweated our butts off doing this, and we
were out of breath.
We were, and we would literally have sweat dripping down.
Build up good momentum there.
So the big thing is you don't have to go to the gym to get a workout.
Just keep moving.
Exactly. So what are some ways you have found to keep moving in your everyday?
Being a preschool director, I'm always rearranging classrooms and moving furniture around. So I know that even at home now, like one of the things I really focus on is cleaning house and really just doing it, what is the word? Rigorous?
Rigorous.
Yes.
Or vigorous.
Vigorous.
Yes,
it's rigorous.
Oh, but vigorous. You can tell we're tired from doing this today.
Vigorous. But just you have to increase your heart rate. Just like we can do a 2-3 mile walk now, and we're not even out of breath.
We did that on July 4th, and I didn't break a sweat.
Nothing.
I never ran out of breath, and I'm like,
we just kept moving.
We just were talking and moving, and I was like, I need more. So another way is I just got a rebounder, and Pam did try it today. That was fun. You have to figure we are in our 50s, and so to jump on a trampoline that we haven't done since we were probably either in our early 20s or younger.
Yeah.
I was a gymnast. You were a gymnast.
No, I wasn't a gymnast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were.
I was a gymnast.
I was a majorette, ballet dancer, tap. I played volleyball. All
athletic
that stuff. I did aerobics.
But we're 50.
But I couldn't jump on that trampoline.
It's okay. It takes time. So the big thing is, I did get that from Temu, and if you want to know the link, I can send it to you. It's I think it has a 300-pound capacity, but I love it because I come out of my office to go to the bathroom or take a quick break, and I'll jump on it for a few minutes, and then I move on to the next thing, and then on my way back, I jump on it again. And she's sitting there laughing at me like, you're going to hit your head on the fan.
You were this close to the ceiling fan.
It's a good thing I don't have my big hair anymore, right? But, other ways of finding movement is, you're cleaning your house, you're vacuuming. You can walk your dog or walk around your house. I go out and pick weeds all the time. So, I come back sweating. If you are moving, it can be considered exercise.
The simplest things I have noticed, I'm over 3 years post-op now. And the other day I was folding laundry and I said to myself, I just realized that I got laundry out of the dryer, put it in a basket, and I walked down the hallway to the bedroom, and I stood in the bedroom folding and putting it where it needed to go. Hanging it up, walk to the closets, no matter which room it was in.
Yeah.
Going to the linen closet, putting the towels away. I remember when plus size, overweight Pam, I would drag it into the living room, sit and watch TV, and probably be eating a snack too.
Yes.
And I would fold and put everything in one basket, and then my husband would carry it to wherever. There was no movement in that other than just, a little folding.
folding.
But now I'm constantly moving,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed that. And even like grocery shopping. Used to, I would go to the store with my husband. He had to go with me every time. And he would put everything into the trunk, and he would unload the basket, and I would get in the car and just wait as I sat there and, gathered my life, got my life back together. Now I do it alone.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the movement you're getting while doing that, I mean, yes, it's stop and go, but when you're going, go a little faster, that kind of thing. I know that for me, I find that I get bored easily. I get very bored easily with exercise. First off, I've done it all at some point or another in my life, just trying to always constantly working on my health. But
we've bought a lot of
work
in the last 3 years.
Oh my gosh. But I'm starting to use it more. But if I block time out on my work calendar, so I'm one of these people, I'm highly organized at work. They actually really love how organized I am. And I'm trying to put that in my personal life now too. So I'm actually blocking 30 minutes during what I consider my lunch hour where nobody can bother me. And I go for a walk. If it's raining outside, I'm walking through the house doing high knees. When we are in the beginning of our journey and we're still very overweight and having trouble with movement, sitting in a chair and doing chair yoga, if I'm sitting in this position and I'm engaging my core and I'm sitting here doing this, I'm getting core exercise.
How about the one using the bands?
Yes. So Pam actually just posted a video that we found today, and this will be recorded a couple days later. But if you are in our Bari-Bestiez Facebook group, you will see it. But also, I think I'm going to start building. Remember, I used to do those videos all the time, exercise videos, using the bands. So if you have the elastic bands that can go on your legs, you can actually attach them to furniture using a chair or something that's heavy to hold it, and actually engage.
You put them around the leg of the chair, and then you put your feet inside,
and then you kick up.
And then
And so it shows you very different things you can do. And again, you're doing it while sitting. So you're not getting impact. I actually have fallen in love with this rebounder because I have knee, foot, and hip problems. I'm currently having hip issues. I haven't had a chance to go see my chiropractor yet, but once I do, hopefully that'll get resolved. And Pam has a shoulder injury from our potato sack race. And, we have to be careful of that. So when you are healing from an injury, it's extremely important that you take into account your mobility of that area. We never want to get re-injured. You don't want to make an injury worse than what it is. So rest in between. That's really important.
Yes. And even if you don't get injured, like tonight, because I know I have the shoulder injury and I was lifting furniture and moving stuff today. I was moving all kinds of stuff, lots of movement. I know that tonight when I go home, I will ice. And tomorrow morning I'll probably have a heating pad on it.
And I take ibuprofen sometimes just to help
my
muscles. I'm actually, for my wrists that I still have issues with, I'm actually on an anti-inflammatory. So I find that when I'm taking that, I don't feel it the next day. It's not as much through it. So also a hot bath is helpful. So what are other ways? Walking squats. Is that the ones? Or walking lunges. Walking lunges. Sorry.
I want to see you do walking squat. Is there everybody want to see?
Yes.
It's walking squat.
Here, hold on. Yes, I have cottage cheese thighs, but that's okay. We're going to talk about that another day. But watch this, okay? If you're watching us on YouTube.
Of the surgery.
This is a walking squat. You look like a crab.
Don't do 2 lunges.
No.
Give me 10.
No. I don't do lunges very well. Never have.
Yeah.
It's that hip issue I have. But, finding a way. We have one of our Bari-Besties, Sandy, and she has been doing an amazing job of re-adding movement into her day. She's been recording it and sharing it. She went outside to go work in the yard, and she ended up doing squats in the backyard. Just took a moment.
I love her energy. I love it.
I do too. And I'm really thrilled when we find different ways of doing workouts. I would prefer to work in the yard and get things done around the yard. and sweat my butt off, and that be counting than to have to actually do a workout.
I want to remain indoors. I'm a redhead. As you can see, I'm very fair skinned.
I haven't been outside, but I'm naturally olive, so yeah, I tan really well. But
I do like going out in the backyard after the sun has went down a little bit in the evenings. I love working in the vegetable garden.
Mhm.
I like that. I walk my dogs. Yeah, just simple movements. But working in the school, I'm constantly up, moving around, walking.
Are there other things that
But you're supposed to do something above and beyond
What
what
you
your
do.
average day. So my average day consists of those walking around the school and moving stuff around. So I can't count that as exercise.
No, because
What we
it's your
did
daily.
today was additional. This is an addition to what I normally do.
Yeah.
So remember that it can't just be everyday life. Like if you're doing the same thing every day, you have to go above and beyond that.
So in other words, if you're, let's say, a security officer or a police officer that has a beat that you walk, that walk, while it counts towards your steps, it doesn't count towards your exercise,
Your movement,
because that is your day to day. You've been doing that before you started this. This is above and beyond what your day to day is.
So do you think they would find it odd if when I'm doing my grocery shopping that I am doing lunges with the shopping cart?
I
Can you
think
picture
you'll,
me going down the aisle?
we'll be going down Aldi, and I'd be like, it's good for me. Who cares what you think? If they'll see I'm exercising, I'm finding a way to incorporate it.
And start lunging around the school too.
Girl, you're gonna have thick thighs and all kinds of things. But yeah, so what are some other ways? Let's see. Oh, let's think about different levels. So we have people that are the beginners, they're just starting their journey, they are at their heaviest. The impact on knees and back are really important.
The chair yoga is great. Any type of movement you can do while sitting down. Get you some little 2 to 5 pound weights and just work it out.
Yeah.
You could do those curls.
And seniors, this is good for seniors as well. But no, and then let's say at a mid-level workouts. If I want to go above and beyond just walking, I think having hand weights and adding hand weights to anything you do.
The weights you can put on your ankles.
Yep. I've got that body weight, the vest.
Yes.
And mine is a 40-pounder.
Found it out?
Yeah, she found it out. She went to pick it off the floor and she was like, whoa.
And I'm like, wait, I've lost more than 3 times this amount of weight.
Well, you remember when Xena sat on you today? She's 100 pounds. My dog is 100 pounds. And she goes, this is so heavy. And I'm like, yeah. And you've lost more than that. Like 1.5. Yeah. But, one of the things that I think, as long as you're moving, as long as you are enjoying yourself, make it a fun event. Don't make it, oh my God, I got to go and work out. Oh, I have to walk. Make it fun. When my granddaughters are over, they love to work out. They want to do all the things.
They get excited.
They do. And so that was actually one of the reasons I got the rebounder was with them, because they have so much energy and I'm just like, run it off. It's all good. But I'm starting to use it and I'm finding
intermediate is hiking too.
Simple hiking,
Yes.
not
a
high.
The terrain has to be very flat and
Yeah.
Like your state parks are great.
Yes.
The track at the high school, that some of the high schools in this area you can go and walk the track. Walking your neighborhood, walking your dog.
I think adding some incline to the walk is definitely an intermediate, where a beginner is mostly flat terrain.
I agree.
And then your higher impact, your advanced levels, we're talking about your aerobics, your weightlifting. And it's okay to lift weights through all those levels. You're just starting with smaller weights. And find a trainer. Even if it's one that's just a YouTube trainer that you're just trying to follow, that doesn't cost you anything, get some understanding of what you should start with. I started with 2 and 3 pound weights.
I did too.
And to be honest, I probably need to go back to that with my wrist issue. Just start working it again, because I have tendonitis in my wrist. And they did say that weights would help with that.
If you do decide to join a gym, please take that
intro.
The intro they do, I think it's anywhere from 1 to 3 sessions, because you can hurt yourself. You do not want to get an injury after working so hard to lose this weight.
Mhm.
If you're trying to continue your journey and, improve your muscle tone, build oh my goodness.
Endurance.
Yeah, endurance, but also your balance. There
Yes.
you go. Boop.
Well, balance really,
Balance is
when you start to lose that much weight, if you lose 100 pounds in a year, your balance, I know my balance was off because I was still feeling like I was carrying the weight, and I'd go to take the step and I'd overstep.
and mine was the opposite.
Really?
I was so like at 364 pounds, I was also very top heavy. I had no balance. And I had these little tiny feet and this big body. I looked like an upside down bowling pin. But anyway, all jokes aside, I had no balance. Plus, being a stroke survivor, my balance was really bad. And I remember that's one of the first things I noticed was being able to do certain things without falling or tumbling, or just losing my balance, just stumbling a little bit. Like going up and down steps. I could not have went up and down a flight of steps, even 2 or 3 steps without holding on or pulling, or balancing myself.
Okay.
I look back now and, early 50s, my husband would, if we went somewhere, we had a few steps going in and out of a restaurant or something, I would hold on to him. Stepping up on the curb just to go into a store, what is it, like maybe this?
Right.
6 to 8 inches. I had to get help. I had to hold on to him to pull up.
And so learning to balance yourself so that you're not needing his assistance. That's a big deal.
Now I'm just like, whoop,
yep.
I take off.
I used to, we'd always be at concerts or the kids' events, playing ball, and we'd always have to walk down these hills, the grass hills. And I had a fear of just nose diving. And I have.
I would have just laid down and rolled, baby.
Well, I'd always
at the bottom.
I'd always wait for my husband. He'd give me his hand and he'd just make sure that I got down. Yeah. Now I'm just like, bye.
I saw Randy stand in front of me that way.
He could catch you. He could catch you when he falls. Poor Randy. Oh my gosh. And he was so tiny then. Oh my gosh. He would have just, remember the Bugs Bunny would have just flattened out. But I think that's a great, it's really important, as you and I have noticed in the last year, movement makes a difference at the point, especially when you're in maintenance or you're slowing down on your weight loss or you're just trying to maintain, because movement, you can't out exercise a bad diet, but if your diet's good and you're not losing any weight, you definitely need the movement.
You do.
Because movement is going to burn the extra calories.
And that's something we've been talking a lot about is, with me losing my mom, I kind of just almost like shut down. I was either skipping meals or I was eating like weird times. I stopped my routine.
I mean, we used to have that every 3 hours routine.
Yes. Well, I would wake up and I would have protein. Like I'd have my coffee in the mornings and usually have protein in it. And that was usually between 6 and 6:30. And then between 9:30 and 10, I would have a light snack, usually Greek yogurt or some fruit, maybe some cheese and pepperoni, something like that. Then I'd have my lunch and I'd have like a 2 p.m. snack. And then I would have dinner between 5 and 6. And that was it. Yeah. I might have hot tea or something at night with a light snack, but nothing major. And then I got to where I started going back to my old ways where I was snacking, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You also sleeping. Sleeping.
Yeah, stopped sleeping well. I completely stopped going to the gym. I even stopped my walks.
And the one thing on top of the other, and then all of a sudden you're like, why have I had a gain?
And it spiraled. Yeah. It took a while. The gain did not happen until maybe the last 5 months, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 months is when it really showed up. And in the beginning, I was losing weight. I dropped a good 10, 15 pounds extra, and then I gained it.
And I think, I had a gain. I've lost most of the gain. I still have
all but like what?
A couple of pounds.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 something.
But I'm trying to finish that out, and I think part of that is just moving. And I do a lot of yard work.
You do.
I get out in the heat. I work from my home office, and so I have the opportunity at lunchtime when I actually get to take a lunch, and I just go around. I walk with
Hold
Xena.
on, let's back it up.
Would
When what?
when I get to take a lunch. I know, it's when you're the
I do that too.
I know. And that's part of it too. In the beginning of our journey, we were priority number one. We made ourselves a priority, and we did more. We had more amazing results because we did that. Fast forward 3 years, we've gotten busy in our lives. We've got Bari-Bestiez, we've got the work just being crazy. I know my
We've
work's
got the
been
podcast.
We've got the podcast, we've got our families, and it's just
our families are family life is different.
it is.
I mean, now
at this age, it's
I have
definitely
to
changed.
work. I have to work at it.
Mm-hmm.
It was much easier when my children were small and they relied on me. They needed me.
It is hard
in
not
a daily
to be needed.
life, and I knew that on Saturdays I go see my mom,
Mhm.
or on Sundays I have dinner, with my mom and dad, or those things have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. But my children are adults. They're
Living their lives.
24 and
20.
almost 29.
Mhm.
And they have a right to their lives.
Mhm.
They're doing exactly what I would have been doing at their age. So
It's just different.
it's just adjusting to it.
That empty nest syndrome is real. And I don't care who you are. I fight depression. And when my depression gets worse when my anxiety spikes. And my anxiety spikes because of all the things going on with work. Of course, does it show up at work? No.
No.
It's the moment that I get to sit down and breathe, and all of a sudden I had a really rough day yesterday.
Because you're not Nina at work.
No, I'm the employee that they need me to be.
Just like when I'm at work, I'm not Pam. I'm the director, and I know what I need to be doing. So please remember this, because I think a lot of us forget this. Bariatric surgery does not fix your mental health.
No, it does not.
It does not. You have to work at it. And every problem you had, other than being overweight, is still there after you lose the weight.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's intensified because you're on such a high that first year or two.
Yes.
Then you halt.
Well, your weight loss comes to a halt. You both of us had around an 8-month stall, and we were working our butts off during that time. It made no sense. But then, we started losing again, and then now we're stalled again. And it's part of the
real
process.
life situations hit. You still want to handle it the way you did when, before you had surgery. We turned to food for everything. And so, over the last year, that was the one thing I did. Was it was either I skipped meals or I introduced stuff that I should not be eating, went up to whole habits. I stayed off my routine. I was very disorganized in my nutrition.
One thing that I did best when I was doing my best is when I would have a meal, I would go for a 5 to 10 minute walk. That's it, 5 to 10 minutes.
And it makes all the difference.
Right after the meal. Eat your lunch, go for a 5 or 10 minute walk. Eat your dinner, eat your breakfast, do the same thing. 5 or 10 minutes, 3 times a day, it adds up to 45 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes. So, finding movement in your everyday life is what this is about. And when you don't move, you become sedentary, you go back to your old habits.
And depression
is worse.
You have to keep moving. You get that sunshine.
Yeah, the vitamin D. I can be working outside, but I don't, because I have to have all these screens and all this stuff. Sometimes I just need to take my meetings outside. I think that's what I need to start doing, because I don't get enough vitamin D.
One of the best things that ever happened to me was, of course, accepting the position with the Goddard School. And I realized the other day when I was sitting in my office and it was beautiful outside, and I have a window right there next to my desk, and I have a window in front of me, and the sun was coming in, and it was just so relaxing, and it was very calm. It was during nap time. It was quiet in the school, and I was working on some things, and I had just such this peace of mind. And I realized that it was just the feel of that sun coming in, being able to see, because the job that I worked for almost 10 years with the other company,
You were in a closet.
My office was like a closet, and I was the director, and I had no window. I had one door.
Yep.
And
no light, natural light came in.
No natural light anywhere, and I was just back in a corner. I was like, it was about the size of most people's bathrooms.
So Pam and I are really big right now on trying to find ways to exercise without it costing us any money. I mean, there's probably a million of us
follow through with those gym memberships.
We don't. We
just don't have that kind of.
Well, it's expensive. I mean, you're talking $70-$80 a month, and then that's only to be able to go 4 times. That was all it was 4 times to be able to go that much. And we realized that we were spending more money to do that than we could have been doing something at home or together out and about, and it's free.
You think $70-$80, buy a little bit of equipment, some dumbbells and stuff, and be good.
Yeah. So I think our big thing, the whole reason for this particular discussion was making sure you're finding a way to get movement in your everyday, regardless if you're intermediate, you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. There are ways to find exercise in every day and to get the vitamin D. The natural sunlight makes a huge difference in your mental state. And exercise actually impacts your mental state. If you're stressed out, getting it out, exercise definitely helps.
We both have the treadmills.
Yes. The walking treadmills.
The walking treadmills. Well, walking.
Mine's under desk.
Well, yeah, the under desk, which that's what mine is too. We have those, and why are when you're
watching TV? Why are we not on it?
Yes, why are we not?
I used to be on it all the time.
Why are we on them right now?
Because I'm not tripping while trying to do it on podcasts.
we wanted to show off our new Gen X.
This is our definitely set up. We're old ladies now. But anyway, just want to thank you guys for today, and we'll be talking soon. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Bari Chats with Nina
and Pam of Bari-Bestiez. We loved having you here with us today.
Don't forget to connect with us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and anywhere podcasts are available.
So stay strong.
Stay inspired. Remember, your journey is yours to reclaim. Catch you next time, besties.
Join us each Tuesday for a new episode.